Well, it sure does feel good to be the double champ. I am the king of ATW. So, I want to apologize to no one in that locker room, because guess what? I am the ATW champion. I'm here to tell all of you guys that these belts, they're not going anywhere, because I am the king. Wait, what? Oh my God! Oh man, what's going on? I ain't waiting for a few weeks. I'm not waiting months. I want my title shot tonight. Tonight? What? Going right into the fire. Robert Wolf is just going after him right now. He's out! He is the new internet champion! Robert Wolf just choked out the king of ATW! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of ATW. As always, Steve Adams alongside my partner, Morrison Ronald, bringing you the action for this episode. And Mo, I just want to ask you, how are you doing tonight as we are kicking off this episode with the CNC?
Oh, I'm doing great here tonight, Steve. I mean, we got a very action-packed episode of ATW here. Looks like we're starting it off like we usually do with the brief with the Camo and the Cerb.
Absolutely, Camo and the Cerb. Well, we know for sure that the Camo Commander is the first entrant into the ATW Master Disaster match, which will be coming up in a couple of weeks here. Let's see what the Camo and the Cerb have to say on this edition of The Brief.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for that complication, but welcome to The Brief.
More importantly, welcome to another episode of ATW.
I think we screwed that up.
I did. You talked first.
I think I screwed that up. I'll let you take it, man.
But needless to say, let's go. Last week was a very interesting week, So we'll do a brief recall of it, I guess. Recap, whatever. Main event, obviously. We have a new internet champion, Robert Wolf. It was only a matter of time coming. I knew Thomas couldn't handle 2 championships at one time. I mean,
Well, hey, first undisputed champ. Congratulations, but we all knew that weight would break his back.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, got kicked off his throne.
Which, speaking of that, brings us to Master Disaster. What is that, in 2 weeks?
Absolutely, yeah. And
2 more weeks?
Yeah.
And me, officially, I am the actually second entry to the Master Disaster match, and the other 2 are still being decided upon, and we will bring it to you when it gets decided.
That's right, your boys, Camo and the Cerb, in the Master Disaster match. And you can believe that that's going to be an epic match. High flying from you know, whatever hardcore weapons they throw in there this year. I mean, you know, it's going to be a brawl for sure, everybody. So make sure you tune in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, somewhere around there. Other than that, I mean, how about tonight?
Tonight's going to be a good one.
Tonight's also going to be a good one because we got a 6-man tag team match for y'all out there. It's going to be your boys, the Camo and the Cerb and the Camo, however you want to call us, and the Cowboy.
From the great country of Missouri.
Yeah, great country of Missouri, which, you know, I've still got a little mixed feelings about him. You know, was the Punisher, turned on me, brother no more. You guys remember that from last season and the beginning of this one. So, it's going to be the 3 of us on a team versus King Jobber, Robert Jobber, and Zach Jobber. So, I mean, you know, I think we know who's going to win this match.
Yeah, I don't think we got to say anything else after that.
No. So, that's about all I got. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and enjoy the rest of the show. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ATW here, and it looks like we're going to have a 6-man tag team match, playa.
Absolutely, and I am absolutely stoked. There's not often that you can get a 6-man tag team match here. And what's so funny, Mo? What are you laughing at?
Oh, I'm just surprised. The American Beast Mode Cowboy. That's quite a name, isn't it?
I mean, that's what he wanted to go by, wasn't it?
I think so, but, you know, hey, it's working for him so far.
But anyways, like Camo and the Cerb were saying before the break, on the brief, we're having a 6-man tag team tonight, and it's going to be the CNC, well,
Triple
and C versus Zach Vincent, Robert Wolf, and King Thomas. And one of the things that's going to be very interesting in this matchup is going to be how Robert and Thomas work together. Obviously, last week, well, you'll see here in just a few seconds the result of the ATW Internet Championship match, as Robert Wolf got his match last week and is now the new ATW Internet Champion.
Yes, him and Thomas had quite a fight there, but in the end it was Robert who prevailed over the king of ATW.
Absolutely, and it's going to be interesting to see what kind of fight and what kind of field these guys are going to bring to their team. And man, I just feel bad for poor Zach. He's going to be stuck in the middle of this.
Oh, you're absolutely right here.
Big 6-man tag team match, however, it's going to be super exciting. And here is your former ATW Internet Champion, your current ATW Champion, though.
Absolutely.
And look at him, he is absolutely ready to go.
He's looking a little cocky tonight, if you ask me there, Steve.
I mean, I'm surprised he's not a little bit less saddened by losing his ATW champion.
You would think so.
Or his Internet Championship last week, you know. I don't know, maybe sometimes you got to oversell your emotions, you know. Don't let your opponent know, or your opponents know what you're thinking. But big fight feel here tonight as we got one massive match as this 6-man tag match is starting to get underway. Looks like the American Beast Mode Cowboy, Nick Drury, and the King of HW, King Thomas, are going to be starting out in the ring. As always, 6-man tag rules. Each 2 teammates will be on each other's poles to hold on to the pole while making a tag to the 2 active men in the ring. Obviously, first pinfall wins. Well, here comes Nick Drury with a couple jabs right here.
Did you just say that they're going to be on each other's poles? Guys, I'm just going to leave that alone for y'all to interpret that however you want. But
King Thomas doing a roll right there. And a nice drop kick right there. Shotgun drop kick.
That was not a nice drop kick. That was a picture-perfect drop kick here.
Okay. All right. Didn't know that. Here comes Nick.
What an enziguri
What an
there.
enziguri right there. Obviously,
King Thomas not much affected by it, though.
obviously, we were shocked last week to find that the Punisher, Nick Drury, was no more, and that the now the American Beast Mode Cowboy Nick Drury is now his new thing. Is Thomas? What a knee right there!
Wow, that might have just knocked Nick out unconscious right there.
Well, yeah. What do you think about the
Maybe
well,
not.
the so-called transformation of Nick Drury as well? Now he's back to his good old self, back to his roots, as he calls it.
Well, I mean, this is what he started out as back here in ATW at the very beginning, Season 1. And he never really did much at the very beginning there. So then all of a sudden he comes out, he's the Punisher. He makes his return with
What
his
a double
brother,
leg drop right there. Sorry.
and turned on his brother. He actually won the ATW championship
Kick out right there by Nick Drury.
as the Punisher. Yeah, I mean, he actually won that championship. And maybe that's all he wanted to do here in ATW. Maybe that's why he wanted to come back to the light side, I guess, if you will.
Absolutely. I mean, it's kind of shocking. Kick out of 2 right there by Thomas, just barely getting out of that. But, I mean, I guess the Camo Commander is trying to, or not the Camo Commander, excuse me, the American Beast Mode Cowboy is trying to make amends with the Camo Commander after their heated rivalry, possibly trying to get together. And what an enziguri right there by Nick, and looks like Thomas answers right there. And what an enziguri of his own.
Nick falls down.
Absolutely, face first right there.
Both men are down right now.
Yeah, that was absolutely brutal move right now, and both of these guys need to make a tag to their partners.
Whoa, Nick kicks up there already. King Thomas
Absolutely.
up, but looks like he made the tag. Looks like he made the tag there, and now the Camo Commander is the legal man inside the ring.
Absolutely.
Standing straight up, looking dead into Thomas's eyes.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like King Tom's got the tag to Zach Vincent, however, taking the fight to the Camo
Whoa,
Commander.
wait a minute there.
The former ATW champion. Here comes Bojan Guska, and this is what I love about these 6-man tag matches. Chaos is slowly starting to engulf the ATW ring right now.
Absolutely.
And Bojan gets thrown out of the ring by Zach Vincent now. But the Camo Commander looking to throw King Thomas out, and there he goes.
Wow, what a vicious throw there by the Camo Commander. Now it's Zach versus Cody in the ring here. Zach trying to pull some crap, and Cody's not taking any of it there.
Telling him to, well, you know what. Oh, and what a face right there to Zach Vincent.
Oh, looks like he's going for a German suplex there.
So,
And that's not an easy feat to do that to Zach Vincent.
So let's talk a little bit about the ATW Master Disaster match. Obviously, the most vicious, brutal match type here in ATW, the hardest to win, and you can even argue it's the hardest match to win in ATW history. Obviously, with the 3 stages, the ladder match, the tables match, and the last man standing match.
Absolutely.
So my question to you is this: but since both the Camo Commander and the Cerb are in this, obviously we still have 2 other people that
Doing
have yet
a
to
bit of
gain.
an Irish jig in there.
Yeah, we still have 2 other people that have yet to gain entry. But we need to. Cody looks like he went for super kick right there. However, missed it. Who else? Do you think the Camo and the Cerb, their friendship's gonna suffer in that matchup? Doesn't matter who else gains entry into that match, but it's gonna be really interesting to see what kind of dynamic's gonna be in that matchup.
Well, my opinion on that, Steve, I mean, in all honesty, we've seen the Camo Commander versus the Cerb Bojan Guska many times here in ATW.
Zach Vincent make the
Season
tag
3
to Robert
especially.
Wolf going to work on Cody Drury. Sorry.
And they both remain, neutral in those matches. They look at it as a sense of training to one-up each other. So, I mean, do I think their stable will remain intact after the Master Disaster match? I really do think so.
But you gotta think about this. It's the most brutal matchup type. It's the most brutal match type in ATW history. That match changed a man. I mean, seriously, look at Bojan Guska, who got eliminated early. Obviously, ever since that first Master Disaster match in Season 1, he has yet to win a major title. You know what I'm saying? So I think
But he's also made a name for himself here with the Camo and the Cerb and the tag team division.
But
here
has
in
he
AEW.
really, though? I mean, like, we were talking earlier about the Punisher. You know, he changed himself. And that was when he was the most successful. So it's going to be interesting to see how this dynamic's going to work in this matchup. And it looks like rivalries are going to be renewed right here as, well, the big story rivalry last season was King Thomas versus Bojan Guska. Looks like these guys like to lock hands once again.
Looks like it there. And these two had some great matches there in Season 2 of ATW. And, I mean, they put on a great performance there.
Absolutely, which you can go ahead and watch if you subscribe to our YouTube channel and at ATW Wrestling, which is what you're probably viewing this video on right now. And while you're at it,
if you're not, that means you're bootlegging it, and we do not condone that.
absolutely. So if you want to take your time to just go ahead and support the best trampoline wrestling channel on YouTube, be sure to like this video, comment, and subscribe, and also share this video out to all your trampoline wrestling fans. We know you have tons of them.
And absolutely, at ATW Wrestling, like he just said. Getting back to the match here, though. These two, King Thomas and Bojan, they're still put on a great fight here in the ring. But my question to you, Steve, is we know two of the competitors in the Master Disaster match right now. If it came down to just those two in the match, between the Camo Commander or the Cerb, Bojan Guska, who would you pick?
I mean, to be honest with you, I think the Camo Commander, I mean, we've seen time and time again, he's won big matches, obviously. He hit every single one of his title defenses in Season 1. Bojan tries to get the roll-up. King Thomas kicks out of 2 right there. What a drop kick. I think the Camo Commander, you know, he has that advantage of winning big-type matches. I mean, the only reason why he won his championship at Summer Bash was it was a fatal 4-way. He didn't have to get pinned to lose the match. In fact, the American Beast Mode Cowboy, Nick Drury, was the one that actually got pinned in that matchup. Speaking of which, he got tagged up by Bojan, and another Insiguri right there by...
Absolutely. I see what you're saying there, Steve, but on the other hand, the Camo Commander has never been inside the Master of Disaster match before.
I know, but he's had hardcore experiences. I mean, take a look back at Season 1. He was in one no holds barred match. Season 2, he was in not only an Iron Man match, correct, but he was also in a Last Man Standing match.
What a suplex there.
He was in a Last Man Standing match then as well. So, to be completely honest with you, partner, I mean, these guys, they just know what they're doing. And, well, looks like the Cowboy right here is going for the Three Amigos suplex, kind of South American, I guess, if you want to say that.
Hey, anywhere in America, I guess, for him. Next week, he'll probably do something Canadian, for all I know.
Absolutely. And here comes... Oh, what a big right hand by King Thomas, getting out of there right now. And makes the tag to Zach Vincent, the forced tag. And looks like Nick Drury tags in the Camo Commander again. Wants to get out of this matchup.
Absolutely. And now it looks like it's going to be, yet again, Zach versus Cody in this match here.
Looks like these two are going at strong again.
Yes.
I mean, these guys, I mean, we've seen they've had a couple matches
Zach,
before. Oh,
not
and
even
Zach.
let him
Yeah,
get
absolutely.
in the ring all the way.
Absolutely, and already going to work. And look at those vicious right arms. Now, here's a man that's been under the radar ever since he won the ATW Championship back in Season 2. Zach Vincent hasn't really had that much of a win. Do you think he would benefit from being in a Master Disaster match? Yes.
Do I think that? I mean, anything can't hurt. I mean, this kid's underdog here. I haven't really... He won the ATW Championship, one time? For a little bit in his career there? I mean...
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'll give the kid credit. He's got some vicious clotheslines there as he's taken him to the Camo Commander, but... I don't know. I'm still waiting to see him break out. When is his breakout year going to be here in ATW?
I don't know, but that's the great thing that no one can ever do. I think there was some brawling on the outside, but looks like men are starting to recover. Cody Drury, however, nice diving clothesline right there to Zach Vincent.
Exactly.
And this matchup is just taking a, well, I would say a slightly slower pace as well. This is the pace that Camo Commander thrives in right now. It's just slowly.
Oh, what a cheap shot!
Absolutely. Tom is telling Cody to you know what.
Absolutely, and that distraction was enough to give Zach the upper hand here on the Camo Commander.
Absolutely, and I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised with how well Robert. Oh, and Tom is going to work on Bojan and going to work on Nick Drury over there. Oh, and what a Superman punch to Nick Drury.
King Thomas is not
And King
letting
Thomas,
anybody get away.
absolutely. Bojan now running into the ring, looking to help his fellow partner, and Zach Vincent trying to appease with him. Not working out too well, though. Oh, and what a right hand right there by Bojan.
Oh, King Thomas just hit another cheap shot on the Camo Commander from outside the ring there.
Absolutely. I don't know what
Oh,
you're
and it looks like we're going for poetry in motion there by the Camo and the
on a great
Cerb.
move, and here comes Robert Wolf. Oh, wait a second. Looking to throw Bojan. Oh, my God. Absolutely. And, well, I think Robert Wolf was the legal man. I think he tagged Zach Vincent from behind, but unfortunately, Bojan kicked out at 2.
Now, Robert Wolf is the legal man in here, like you just said. And
Now, oh, and Wolf's bite right there to Bojan Guska.
that's going to put some punishment on him.
Oh, and here comes the Camo Commander trying to go to work on King Thomas, and these two are brawling on the outside.
Yes, they are. And what a vicious brawl it's going to turn into here.
Absolutely. And King
Whoa!
Thomas, oh,
Robert
diving
Wolf goes
clothesline.
flying outside of the ring there, and that's not something you see too often from a guy like
Diving
that.
clothesline right there. Oh, and what a drop kick right there into the corner by Bojan Guska.
That was actually by
All right, by King
there,
Thomas
sir.
onto
But,
Bojan Guska. There you go.
Absolutely. It looks like King Thomas,
Thomas
now
looking to go for the
going
power bomb or possibly a pile driver. Getting him out of the way, however. King Thomas looking dazed and staring off. Well, with the former champion, you can definitely tell that there's some blood between Cody Drury wanting to get his title back. But
Absolutely.
he-
Acting
but,
like a
you know-
shield to Bojan Guska.
I mean, but you know what he did? He gave up his title rematch because he wanted to get the Master of Disaster. He wanted to challenge himself. He's taken the hard road back to the championship, might I say.
Yes, absolutely. But, I mean, it could play out into his favor. I mean, if he wins that, he can cash in anywhere, anytime, any place. I mean, they could be at the local Piggly Wiggly down the street and cash in. I mean, you know, it could be anywhere. It doesn't have to be at ATW. Doesn't have to be, you know, a live match.
What a missed elbow drop right there. Oh, and King
What a
Thomas.
picture-perfect drop
What
kick
another
there.
drop kick right there. Absolutely going to work right now.
Drop kicks for everybody today, ladies and gentlemen.
And absolutely, this match is still going, and this is great. This is great action here in this 6-man tag match. King Thomas forcibly tags his partner Zach Vincent, and Zach Vincent's now looking to do some work. And now Zach Vincent tags in Robert Wolf.
Looks like it's Robert Wolf versus his former employer.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously the Punisher Nick Drury employed him last year to try and get him the championship, and doing some double underhook knee power right there. And Robert Wolf, oh, what a nice suplex right there. Double underhooks, gets the pin. Nick Drury kicks out of 2.
And I mean, what team do you think is going to win this match tonight, Steve?
I mean, I don't know. Right now, wait, did Thomas just, wait a second. What's Thomas saying to Robert Wolf right there?
I have no idea,
I
but it
think
looks like he's done.
Thomas is done with the match, saying, Robert Wolf, I'm done. And here goes Thomas. Thomas is done with this, tries to go for the Wolf's bite.
Whoa.
Robert Wolf does, but
Meanwhile, Nick
backdrops him.
needs to build up momentum here. This is where he needs to capitalize. He just
He's got 2 fresh
Strike.
partners, while Robert Wolf
Robert.
only has 1, and Thomas just left his team at a disadvantage.
Yes, he did.
I mean, you just asked me who do I think is gonna win. Well, now it looks very strong chance
and
for
a
the
kip up by Nick Drury.
looks like a very strong chance for the CC, and we'll see.
The triple C's here versus the triple jobbers, as the Camo Commander called them earlier.
Absolutely, and Nick Drury now is starting to get some jabs going at Robert Wolf.
Vicious right hands there by the former Punisher.
And newly turned American Beast Mode Cowboy.
Yes,
Quite a mouthful.
absolutely. American Beast Mode Cowboy. I guess, you got to know your ABCs for that one. I mean, you just do. Whoa, what a vicious kick there by the Punisher. By Nick Drury. Now, looks like he's got the momentum here against Robert Wolf. waiting for him to get up here. Robert Wolf is barely stirring here.
Absolutely dazed and confused, one might say.
Absolutely.
And King Thomas is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, he walked out. Uh-oh.
It looks like Nick Drury trying to get out of there, tags in Camo Commander. Looks like we're going to get two freshmen. Going to work right now.
Another dive.
And looks like Robert Wolf's going to do all the work by himself now, going to work on Bojan Guska, and he's got something to do.
Wait a
and looks
minute.
like King
There's
with a
King
super down.
Thomas.
Yeah, wait, is he coming back to the match? Is he going to help his partner? He's cornered right now. Robert Wolf has got nowhere to go. King Thomas with the championship from behind.
He just hit his own partner in this match.
Obviously saying that I don't care if we're on the same team anymore. But King Thomas just made a statement, hitting him in the back of the head with the ATW championship.
Very true, and that looks like it just leaves Zach all alone right now.
Absolutely. Well, Zach Vincent has got three very competitive men coming
What's
towards
the
him.
Camo Commander doing?
Wait, why is he up there in the...
Frog splash to Robert Wolf!
And he's definitely got to be feeling that one.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that looked like a five-star frog splash there, if you ask me.
Absolutely. One might argue it might be 6 stars.
Never know. I mean, that looked like a perfect 10.
But either way, Zach Vincent looks like he's cornered.
CNC.
Oh, and what a super kick. It looks like Bojan and the Camo Commander, Cody Drury, are starting to go to work now.
Yes, they are. Cody gets out of the ring there.
Nice hip tap by Bojan Guska.
Bojan now going to work here. What a good drop kick there. It wasn't picture perfect though, like all the other ones today. Figured I'd try and switch it up a little bit.
That's all right. I appreciate your creativity. Trying to go for slide tackles. Bojan Guska is now looking for that leg drop right to the back of the neck of Zach Vincent.
Absolutely.
Looks like Bojan Guska is starting to go to work right now on Zach Vincent.
Bojan, he's got the upper hand here. But
absolutely. But it's 3-on-1.
Yes,
this has become a 3-on-1 tag team
3-on-1 handicap match.
Basically, with King Thomas leaving and Robert Wolf now down on the outside. And what a vicious big boot right there to Zach Vincent. And looks like he's tagging in, his other partner, the former Punisher, the American Beast Mode Cowboy, trying to teach Zach possibly his ABCs in 1, 2, 3s.
Yes, absolutely. The American Beast Mode Cowboy, ABC.
Teach him who ABC is and possibly pick up the 1, 2, 3.
And if you didn't hear us say our ABCs enough today, then you might be DEF.
Absolutely. And Zach Vincent coming back there with a clothesline. Now looking at his work. Don't know what Zach Vincent's doing. Oh, and what an elbow drop right there, too.
Zach's got
Cowboy.
Zach, he's starting to make a little bit of progress here.
Absolutely, and you know what they say, progress is everything. Zach Vincent, just sitting down.
Talk about laying down on the job.
Senton, 2, throw! And Nick Drury kicks out right there.
Camo Commander, CNC need the Cowboy to get back up on his horse, if you will.
Absolutely. I mean, he's got to make the tag. He's absolutely dying out there.
Both men are itching to get into that ring out there. He's got to make it.
Absolutely. Zach Vincent trying to pull him up. I didn't know what that was. Looking to get him possibly for a Zach attack.
Going for a Zach
Vincent
attack.
trying to get it. Oh, not Camo Commander. Beast Mode Cowboy fights out of it. What an enziguri. Almost sends Zach Vincent outside.
Punish cutter. Whoa, what are we going to call that now?
I don't know. The Cowboy Cutter. How about it, partner? Let's call it the Cowboy Cutter.
The Cowboy Cutter, okay.
The Cowboy Cutter. How about it?
Interesting. And it looks like he tagged in the Camo Commander. Looks like he's setting up for a spear.
Absolutely. Camo Commander looking to set up for that massive spear right there.
It's over, according to him.
Absolutely. And
what a vicious spear there by the Camo Commander.
And this should be it. 1, 2, 3. And that is it. The CC and C pick up the win in this massive 6-man tag team match. And that was an absolute heck of a match right there, partner.
Yes, it was. And I mean, Cody and Bojan both have a good hand going into Masters Tag again.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps up our time here at ATW for this episode. If you guys like it, please go ahead, leave a like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Also, check out our socials at ATW on Facebook and Twitter. Tune in next week for another edition of ATW.
Good night.